Hello. Hi, Facebook. Hey, coaches and consultants and aspiring authors. This is Shilpa again from One Solution. There's always one. And this is the winter of showing up. Today is day 24. And I have come up with, hey, Jan, nice to have you here. Today I want to share with you a topic which is, which is really, what can I say? It's a trend that's becoming more and more popular in the world today. And I was having a very important conversation with a very dear friend and a fellow coach just on Friday about compilation books. And she was having this desire and this urge to, contribute a chapter to a compilation book to just to achieve the status of a published author, right? And my only question to her, or my only thing that I had to say to her was, why a compilation book? Because you can do so much better. Come on, seriously, right? So I want to share today with you the few key reasons why I believe that when you're starting out, there's no need to just contribute one chapter to a compilation book, or in nicer terms these days, it's called an anthology. And I think that's just, now I'm going to take a bold stand. I think it's just a bit of a desperate strategy, only to associate yourself with the label of being a published author. So I will talk about the strategy that anthologies or compilation books use. But before that, I want to talk about why it's important that you don't do it, and why it's hurting your brand. It's really hurting your brand. And here's why. So the first thing is, in a compilation book, you've got a limit, right? All you can submit, all you can contribute is one chapter, right? And that one chapter limit could be anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 word, or max 5,000 words. It won't be 5,000, but yes, max. Now, if you are an individual and if you are kind of considering this venture of contributing a chapter to a compilation book, you're at least 20 to 25, at least minimum those many years of age, right? Now, is it possible really to compress the complete essence of your story and put it in one chapter, right? And then would you feel in alignment to call yourself a published author just by publishing one chapter in a book, right? So the first thing that I want to highlight is, why limit yourself? Why limit? That's the first question. The second question is, why flock? The whole endeavor of writing a book is to write a book so that you can stand out from the crowd of coaches, right? So you can make a unique mark and have a very clear, strong message to share with your people, to tell people why is it that they must choose you and why should they connect with you. But when you are contributing a chapter in a compilation book, what you're doing is you're flocking and then fighting for attention. So it's parody, right? You're kind of, it's a paradox. And what you're trying to do is, you're kind of taking yourself into the crowd and then hoping to be seen. So I don't know how that strategy works and if it ever has successfully worked for anyone, really. So that's one thing. And why confuse people? Because when someone gets access to that book, now there are multiple ways of, launching a compilation book. And, when the publisher does that, they could either have a plan that the complete book, the entire book, would have a standard book cover, and then all the authors are going to be in there, right? That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is that, they charge you some 5,000 or 10,000 bucks. Literally, I know of someone doing it, and they charge every author. So there's 12 authors in the compilation book, and every author, for contributing one chapter and getting access to some 500 copies of their book, they are paying as much as $10,000, right? That's not the big deal. That's okay. That's their price. That's not the main problem. But the thing is, and then every author gets those 500 copies with their face on the front cover as if it's their book. But imagine how you would feel if you have like 500 books in your garage, and when you're kind of sending it to, or someone buys it, or you're gifting it to someone, it has your cover on the, it has your face on the cover as if you've written the whole book. And then it's like fooling those people. It's like cheating those people, or I don't know, it's not cheating really, but it's how would you feel handing that book in which you only have a chapter? And then what you're doing is, when you're giving it to a lead, you're kind of allowing them to get distracted, because there's 10 different messages, right? Even if there's all coaches in the book, there could be a wellness coach, there could be a yoga coach, there could be a food and eating coach, there could be a vegan coach, there could be a relationship coach, a trauma coach, a birthing coach, and there's just no limit, right? So if you are a relationship coach, and then there's all these kind of coaches out there, just imagine what is the amount of distraction that every person reading this book has. Yes, no doubt, they are all beautiful, inspirational stories, but it's just that it's not on point, right? And I think these three key things, like, why limit yourself? Why limit your expression? Because your story is so much more. Hey guys, thanks. I've just seen the side screen, and I know there's Jan with me, there's Tarun, there's Bui, there's Najmunisa and Lisa, Teresa. Just thanks guys for joining, and I hope you're getting value from this. So yes, why limit yourself? That's the first question I want to ask you. And the second one is, why, flock like a herd? Why do the sheep effect? Why become a part of a crowd and then fight for attention? So that's like, just causing yourself much more effort. And the third one is, why confuse your audience with multiple messages, right? Unless, of course, like, there could be a book which is really super niched. There could be a compilation book which could be about women entrepreneurs who have fought back breast cancer, right? Now that is a very, very, very micro niche, a very specific element of a woman's journey, for example, right? Or, mumpreneurs who have won over breast cancer, right? I'm just randomly picking up some unique combination of, characters in a story. Now, if that's the kind of a book, and if you want to contribute, if you have, experienced, if you have been through breast cancer and won over it, and you're kind of healthy and thriving and, a mompreneur, then of course, by all means, you must contribute a chapter to this book. But this book is not going to be, the sole, what can I say, driver of leads to your business. This is going to be a book which is going to contribute to letting people get to know a bit about your personal side, right? More so than your business element. So of course, yes, it can be done with a super clear strategy behind it. But if it's done without a clear strategy, you're really kind of making it hard for yourself, and you're setting yourself up for even more confusion and failure. And that's my message today. So if you think you're getting tempted or attracted towards contributing a chapter in a compilation book, I would say please think again. Yeah, because really you can do so much better. That's it. And as always, if you're ready to jump off the fence and you really want to do something different, you want to, hey Fiona, I'd love to have a conversation. What's happening? I'm actually just I'm finishing the live, and I was just about to sign out. Yes, so if you are kind of sitting on the sidelines and you have a strong calling, you want to get your book written in 2018, I want to present you with a very simple structure, which I talked about in a podcast yesterday, and that is, your journey from, from fear to curiosity to courage. So, if you're feeling fear, all I invite you is to move from fear to curiosity and just ask yourself what's possible if I just explore this with an open mind, and then have the conversation, and then let's unpack what's possible for you, because you never know. Hey Kylie, thanks guys for joining, and hi Sachin. Yeah, because you never know what's possible for you, and before you know, you would be in a place of courage and knowing that yes, this has to happen now, because if not now, when? And if not me, who? So if you're in the state of fear and you want to travel to curiosity, then let's have a conversation, right? I'm doing this very special offer for all of winter, and you don't want to miss it. Thanks guys, take care, bye.